It's a clean energy business council for the MENA region. So if we could just move through quickly these couple of slides. It's a not-for-profit membership organization. It's an NGO focused on the MENA region. The idea behind it really is to have a proper dialogue between the public and private sectors. If you're going to be resolving climate-related issues, you have to have this partnership at all levels. And it is about strategy, it is about regulation and policy, it is about pricing climate risk, and we want to play a role in pursuing that discussion. And we'd like, through our action, through our members, to propose policy solutions to help governments put down strategy, to help in terms of investment. Next slide. There are four major ways which we do so. One is through advocacy and thought leadership, including webinars like this. We publish reports and white papers and policy papers, case studies through our members. We organize events, so outreach is extremely important. And then our aim is really to build partnerships, both at local, in particular countries, regional, as well as international, and with various organizations, for example, with UNDP. Next. We have a large number of members. As you can see, it's over 120 members. All of them are in the business of clean energy and clean technology or related to that. They cover the various areas going from green mobility, e-transport as we call it, e-mobility, to legal and consulting, to energy efficiency and renewables and clean tech. Next. We also have partners, so these go wider than just members in our organizations. They help us spread the message. We work with them. They range all the way from the IFC to IRENA to Bloomberg to a large number of players across the region. The aim of the partners really is they bring to us a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge that they have, for example, from UNDP, from IRENA and others. And we share that with our members, and we share our members' experience with these regional and international organizations. Next. At the moment, we have three major work streams or working groups. On the right, future mobility is concerned with the really revolution that's going to be happening in terms of transport systems in the decades to come, and e-transport, e-mobility. So our Future Mobility Club regroups a large number of members who are active in e-mobility and e-transport. Second, of course, is energy efficiency. That's critical for our region because that's the low-hanging fruit. We are highly energy inefficient in the MENA region. So we can cut down energy use by 40 to 50% very easily, just to reach the same standards as the average across the OECD. So we focus on energy efficiency as a major area for change and investment and policy. And the third is climate finance and sustainable finance, as we call it, which is the working group which is organizing this webinar. We have two other programs, the schools program, where our members outreach to high schools and schools across the region, interacting with high school students because they're at the forefront. They care about the environment because that's their future is involved. So we aim to bring discussion about climate and the environment to schools. And the other program is about promoting the role of women. So it's called WISE, Women in Clean Energy. And the idea behind that is to have much more women engaged in clean energy and clean technology across the region. Thank you. Next. Now, our particular climate finance working group aims, as you can see from the slide, we aim to produce white papers and policy recommendations. We want to lobby the banking and financial sector as well as government organizations to promote clean finance across the region, to work also with central banks and regulators, because that work also needs to be done. And we want to do it across the region and with international cooperation. An example of that is what we're doing with UNDP. And the final, in terms of delivery, we want to be able to develop channels for climate finance and the instruments that are needed, whether it's green bonds and sukuk, whether it's climate finance banks, whether it's changing the regulatory system to encourage climate finance. Next. So those are our working group members. You'll see they cover a wide spectrum in terms of interest in climate finance. And final slide, I think. So that's my pitch for you to become a member. Obviously, I hope you'll get excited. It's a membership organization. You can be a member as an individual, as a corporate, as a other type of entity. The main reason why you want to become a member really is because this is existential. There is nothing more important than addressing climate change. That's the bottom line. If you don't feel that climate change is an existential threat, then you might as well be living on another planet. So become a member and help us change things around. Thank you. Last slide.